Can you see me? Right on. So, Peter, thank you for the introduction. Y'all, it is good to be in community with you. It is good to see some of you again. Reggie Hubbard is my name. He, him, his are my pronouns. I'm dialing in from Washington, D.C. metro area, just outside of the heart of darkness, which is Washington, for those of you who aren't terribly political. I'm excited to be in community with y'all to talk about pure sound to ground. And some of you may have been at a session I taught last year about y'all think about it this way. Rather than get caught up in the woo of it all, let's talk biomechanics. So these things, our eyes, are direct inputs to what? The brain. So these things, our ears, are direct inputs into what? The brain. So if we consume junk and we consume junk, does the brain rest? No. In fact, the noise, the cumulative impact of noise on our mental health is deafening, pun intended, right? All the brain needs is a reminder that it doesn't have to go, 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 go. And that's what sound practice can do, right? Sound practice reminds the mind that it doesn't have to go. It doesn't have to go. And because the body is designed for homeostasis and equilibrium, right? The body's always seeking to try and find balance. So as a Libra, love that. But like, if everything's go, 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 the brain forgets that it has an alternative. So what I'm gonna do for the next 25 minutes or so is give your brains an alternative to noise, right? So we're gonna go from like sound to silence, and I'm gonna have different prompts throughout. Like, so one, the gist of this session is to awaken creativity. And some of the sound I'm going to ask you to just see what you listen to. What does it make you think of? Where do you feel it? All those sorts of things, to give the mind something to focus on as opposed to a to-do list or, oh my God, when is this guy going to be over kind of thing, right? So like giving the mind something to be playful with as opposed to serious all the time, child. Why are we so serious? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, but we can have fun in serious times too. Cool? Right on. So that's what I got going on. So first things first, the way I teach sound is a physical component because I don't believe you can just relax. So I also don't think you can just listen either. So we're probably a little bit like this by design. So allow the shoulders to shrug. For those of you that need a little sass in your life, maybe you like get in touch with your Beyonce or Nicki Minaj or whatever diva you want to get into, RuPaul, whatever, big Frida, right? But just get into the shoulders because the shoulders are neighbors to the ears, right? So if we're tense here, we can't hear nothing. So 10 more seconds of robust shoulder shrugs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you feel? Better, right? Amazing, right? So everyone's like, woo. So let's take that a step further. Take arms out wide. And for no reason other than I'm asking you to, I want you to shimmy for 10 seconds, right? So for 10 seconds, just go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ha. First of all, you're welcome. Second of all, you just open the throat. We sit like this for hours. So when you're like this, the throat can open. Okay? Throat, neighbor of the neck and the ears, right? So take your hands together like you got some good gossip. Like, I can't wait to tell my homegirl this. And then take heated hands and place them on the jaw and the cheeks, because this is a neighbor to the ears. So tea time, like girl, I can't wait to tell you so, or it can be guy, doesn't have to be gender specific. Friend. For those of you with glasses, please remove the glasses, and from the cheeks up, massage the eyes, the temple, the forehead, maybe the thumbs behind the ears. Let's do that again. Friction the hands because it's tea time. Eyes, forehead, maybe the fingers massage the crown of the head. Five, four, three, two, one. Release. Feel a little spacey, don't you? This is what the head and neck feel like when it's not so stressed, y'all. Right? And so one more thing, create some friction in the hands one more time. And then take hands behind the head and the neck. So like kind of like here. And really get the back of the neck, behind the ears, the jaw attachment. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. How does that feel? Ridiculous, right? So think about that in the context of what I'm about to do is like play sound, right? So if you're like this, the only thing you can hear is like your sweatshirt at your ears, right? But now that we've got space, we can hear, we can relax, we can be a little free, because there's two things I'll say. It is impossible to have a fresh idea from an exhausted mind. And it is impossible to be creative where there is no fun or joy present. Right? Impossible to have a fresh idea from an exhausted mind. It is impossible to be creative where there is neither fun nor joy present. So in direct contrast to the noise you may hear in your life, I'm going to play this antique bowl. It is a D, and just see how it sounds to you. Inhale out in the nose, exhale out the mouth. In through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Deep inhale, exhale. Pausing here, I'm going to play more cool stuff, don't worry. But notice how your mind is now. Is it softer? Is there more space? Now imagine being creative now. Y'all, we've just been doing this for 6 minutes. So in 6 minutes, you went from wherever you were to this, oh my goodness, what about this? La, la, la. Simply by breathing, massaging, and sound. Right? So this is the spacey gong. This is the more brooding gong. So just notice how they feel, right? So don't attach good or bad to it, but notice where you feel it in the body, how you feel it. And I'll alternate between the two. So imagine a heavy, every time I play this one, something heavy being lifted. that we've done some playing with outer space, how does it feel to be a little bit more grounded? As the gongs fade to silence, notice the quality of the mind, notice the quality of the body, and feel free to use this time too, like if you've got a problem or something you're working on, allow this space we're creating in the mind to brainstorm, right? So some of the best thoughts I have are after being troubled and then going like this. Two clearing breaths. Inhale, exhale, clear. Inhale, exhale, clear. I'm next going to play some chimes that I have just to give you a different texture of sound. So we've got a gong sound, we've had the bell sound. These are solfeggio chimes, so for those of you that know a little bit about sound, these are the same tonal qualities of the Gregorian chants. So hearing these chimes, notice the impact on the body and mind. Two clearing breaths. Inhale, exhale one. Inhale, exhale two. As the chimes fade towards silence, again, notice the mind. Is it softer? Are the shoulders softer? And if you're floating, float on. We'll be here when you get back. So what I'm going to do now is combine all the sounds that I played, right? So the bell, the gongs, the chimes. And the guidance I'll offer is just let the mind wander. Give yourself space to, I mean, I'm writing a manuscript, so if I were in your shoes, I'd be like, where are these words coming from, right? Like, so just, if there's a creative pursuit that you have, just let the mind wander. Allow the sounds to guide the mind wherever it goes with no agenda, no critique. Cool? All right, we'll start with the chimes. As the sound fades away, become aware of the breath. And no need to come directly back into the body if you want to stay in outer space. Trust me, we'll be here when you want to come back. But for the next 10 seconds or so, wherever you are, notice the lightness of the mind, the softness of the body, simply by listening and breathing. And imagine in your personal or professional work the creativity that emerges from this space as opposed to the angst-ridden, I gotta. Notice how there's no I gotta right now. You're just kind of like, doo doo doo. So 2 clearing breaths and then we'll emerge and then I'll hold space for a question or two. So inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth, in through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Creating friction in the palms, noticing how this feels different. And then using your intuition wherever the body and mind say, place the hands, place the hands. So even being creative now. Where is your tender touch required? Then do that once more for good measure. Again, creating friction in the hands, being present with the softness of the hands, and then allowing that tender touch to be creatively implemented wherever. Then lastly, placing palms on the eyes, massaging the eyes because we use them a lot and never say thank you. Then when you're ready, so am I. So gratitude, hope that gave you some spaciousness in your head and throughout the day.